Hello. Okay, so here we are then on this video. So this is the first time I'm ever using this camera, so a little bit of backstory. I bought this just to get out and about, do some steps. So I hope the audio's okay. I'm sure it is, with the little mic that they're giving me. So we're going for a little walk. I do say quite a lot, sorry. I'm not scripting this, I'm just going to go live with what I'm saying. So if I do say I do apologise, it is a thing. It's my brain sort of engaging really. So anyway, I'll keep walking, keep talking. So I've lived in Wrexham for around about 21 years now, and up until a month ago I'd never actually been to this spot, so I'm a bit ashamed really that on my doorstep I've never really noticed what there is, you know. I mean, there really is some beautiful parts of the town, city, whatever you want to call it. A little bit of a river there, or stream, or big stream, small river. Right, okay, so I'm going to try and avoid filming anybody or showing any number plates or anything of that description, so I'll just keep walking. I'm not using my mobile phone as a viewer either, because it's pointless down there, there's no Wi-Fi, so I'll have to keep sort of pressing the little button. So anyway, waffling on a bit as usual. So what this camera is, it's called a WolfangGA1OO. Now, I didn't want to go all in with a GoPro because I wasn't really sure whether that's what I wanted to do, or you know, whether I wanted to use an action cam. So I thought I'd go with an entry-level camera, and this is what I got. Now, this camera is currently, let's have a look, 30 frames per second. Anyway, 1080. 30 frames per second, if that means anything to techie people. So that's the quality you get for that. So I think that's quite good really. It seems okay. Whether it's recording okay is another matter. So where we are now, oh no, I won't go into that just yet. Woo. So about the camera, so WolfangGA1OO. Now they go up numerically and they also go up in price, but this is the entry level one, and this one cost about, I think it was about £32–33 on Amazon, but then I had to buy a couple of memory cards for it as well, which is fair enough. So I think all in all I spent about £50 with delivery and everything, which is pretty awesome really. So this is what you get for your buck. So what we've got here, look, this is where we are, if anybody knows the area. We're just going past Bersham Ironworks, which is an old ironworks, as the name suggests, that's been renovated, I believe, but not open to the public. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there we are. So that's where we are, and if anybody knows the area, I'm walking towards, I think it's called Plas Powerwoods, but I'll double check on that in a second. So there we are. So it's a 50 quid special with memory cards, this camera, and this is my first ever video, so, and I haven't ummed that much, so I'm quite pleased really. Now I'm filming on a day where there is actually some snow back home in Yorkshire. I don't live in Yorkshire, like I say, I've been over there all these years, and everyone is kind of having a bit of a wobble on Facebook whether the roads are open and things, so whether we're going to get that, I don't know. It seems a really nice day today. It's quite cold, it was frosty this morning, but it's warmed up. It's warmed up a little bit now, so that's good. So what I'm intending on doing today is walking into these woods, and I'm just going to show you the tourist information board first, so you get an idea of what's going to go on. But like I say, I'd never been down here. I'd never been under the flyover of the A483, which is the main sort of dual carriageway that bypasses Wrexham down to Oswestry and so on, from Chester. So I've never been under the bypass and actually parked up, so it's all good. So it's very nice. There's a lovely church there. If you can see that, I think you can, because I can. So it's very nice, very smart church if you're into your churches. And like I say, nice country lane, but we're going to get to the exciting bit in a second, because this is just a road and me introducing the video. Right, let's have a look. So here we are. This is the main entrance to where we want to be. So it'd be great for anybody who supports a different club other than Wrexham. There are people that do, I think. and you happen to come with a family and some members of the family don't want to go to the game, and you brought the dog with you, it's a good place. So we're talking Nant Mill and Plas Power Woods. Now we're not going to go as far as Nant Mill, we're just going to have a little walk, but there you go, that's what we've got. So we're going to have a little walk along here. Just get a little bit muddy, so if you do ever come here, make sure you put some nice boots on, because you are going to get a bit caked unless it's the height of the summer. So you have been warned. So here we are. I'm going to I have to keep pressing my little button so I can see where I'm filming, so apologies for that if there's any pauses. It's lovely, isn't it? What I really like about autumn, I don't know if you do, but I love all the colours of the trees and the colours in the sun, like especially an autumnal day like today when the sun shines through and you get that tinge. It's great really. And the leaves, the golden colour on the leaves and everything. So it's really nice. There you go. We've got a bit of an arty shot there, a bit of director's shot with the sun coming through. So I'll keep walking. Now, it is a bit muddy, so if I go bottom over whatever, well, that well-known phrase, which I'm trying to be polite, keep the video nice and clean for family viewing. Right, so what we've got here, we've got a nice little bit, so I'll just go quiet. So yeah, what you get here, you get a lot of people walking the dogs and things, so it's really good. So I'm trying not to film them for their own privacy purposes. So this is the first sort of aesthetic that I really like. You get a nice little fall of water, which I think looks quite stunning if you can still hear me. I love that. You've got I suppose you'd call it a copper tinge on the water, but I was reliably informed that that's due to iron rather than copper. Obviously, hence the ironworks further down the road that I showed you. So it's a really nice place to come, and that's the first sort of thing. What I like about this walk is that, without me waffling too much, is it's got loads of, I say loads, it's got a few nice little points where you get to and you think, ah, that's nice. That was point number one, that's quite nice. Now then, this is a bit where it's a bit boggy, I think. Another room, sorry. So this is probably where you would need your boots, wellies or whatever, and leave your trainers in your car. So if you can see, it is a bit on the ground. You can see how muddy it is. So but it's not as bad as it was the other week, to be honest. So there we are. So you've got the nice water there, leading to that little fall. Great. So it opens up a bit now, so the trees are very tall and straight, and I know I'm going to get lots of people saying, you know what trees they are. Well, I'm not that well versed in what type of trees they are, I'm afraid, but I'm sure you know what they are, which is fine. So I'm just going a bit quiet because I'm walking near people and I don't want to be that annoying man talking on a camera, a bit like the old talking loudly on the phone sketch that was on something many years ago when somebody was on a train. So I'm trying not to be that guy, so I'm trying to be subtle. You can see all the leaves now that have fallen, if you can. It's lovely. I don't know what it is about around here, I just find it really relaxing, and how quiet it is, you know. Probably this video will get everybody coming down here now, you never know. Who knows, eh? I might get a job with Wrexham Tourist Board. So it's a bit slippy underfoot at the minute, but I'm doing my best not to fall over, because that'd probably get me a lot more views, wouldn't it? So walking with a slight bit of trepidation. Yeah, so this actual path goes all the way up. This goes all the way up to Nant Mill, where there is a visitor centre. And it's quite a nice place to come, especially in the summer. Sorry if I'm a bit out of breath. Don't know why. I think it's because it's a bit cold. It's not that I'm unfit, honestly. I promise you that. Well, maybe a bit. So here we are. Some lovely colours there. If you can see it. Again, the trees are quite prominent. It looks great. So we'll carry on walking. I'll keep pressing my little button so I can see what I'm filming. But yeah, this camera's quite good. It looks fairly steady. So I'm quite pleased with that, to be honest with you. It's got a, I think it's called EIS, like a stability feature that you can put on there. So if you are on a bike or whatever, you can stabilise the filming. I'm walking at the minute, as you know, with my breath, and I'm just holding it with one of the attachments that they gave. I mean, it's quite comfortable. That's the only thing I'd say. When I bought it, I got most of it, i.e. the microphone, the batteries, and things like that, the logical stuff. But it comes with so many little attachments that you think, it's just a bit mind-blowing really. You don't know what goes into where, and there's no real set instructions that are understandable. Now you've probably bought one and thought, what are you talking about, man? It's easy. It's up here. And you'd probably be right, but just for me, I'm one of those people, I don't know if you were like this, when I was younger, I'd get a present at Christmas or whatever and I'd rip it open and I'd want to play with it there and then, you know, immediately. And then I'd completely mess it up. And my mum and dad would have to rescue the situation and put it all together properly and tell me off, and then it'll all become one of those Christmas moments. So here we are. So this is probably the second, we're coming up to the second bit now that I like, because you've got the nice walk, you've got the nice open space. I normally get ran at by a dog at this point in a friendly way, and because I love dogs, I can't resist a bit of a cuddle and a bit of a stroke, so I end up getting all mud all over my pants, but not today. It seems like the cold weather's kept the dog walkers at bay a little bit really. But so there you go, you've got the situation with the trees, which I think is really nice, but you've got a contrast with the water there, which I think, I mean, look at that. I mean, how relaxing and lovely is that, to be honest. So you can come down here, clear your head, have a bit of a walk. I mean, I'm sure wherever you live or wherever you're watching this, you've got similar places, but my point is, get out there and try and find them. Now, if it wasn't for my friend who I go walking with occasionally, who showed me this, I would never have known. And, you know, he's a mine of information really. And we've gone on some great walks and gone to some great places that I didn't even know. So, yeah, all thanks to him. And we will continue to do so. So, once I've discovered a few more spots, I might share them with you actually, because he assures me that there's some wonderful things to see. So, and I believe him. So we carry on. I hope you don't mind me just waffling on. I'm just talking really, not scripted. Just talking as we walk, as if I've got you as my friend. So here we go. Just carry on. Hello. Yeah, a dog, a staffy as well, my favourite dog. Got a staffy myself. I've got a rescue called Alfie, who is getting on a bit now, bless him. This is probably even too much for him now really. We used to go for lovely walks together, especially in lockdown. He was like my best mate, my best buddy really. And we do this, we both clear our heads, so we weren't in the house all day. And it was nice just to get out and about into some fresh air, have that exercise, which I'm sure a lot of us did. So look, what we've got here is some nice bankside with lots of leaves, so it gives it that golden colour. Is this a really boring video? I hope not. I'm just trying to share the beauty of the countryside that's on our doorstep. So there is a point to this. We're going to get to number 3, which point number 3 shortly. It's probably the most dramatic of the points, so that's good. Just when you thought it was going to lapse into just trees and leaves and a bit of water, we're going to go a little bit further down that excitement route. So we're not too far away from that now. So I'll just continue to waffle on. So like I say, this is Power Woods leading up to Nant Mill, and you access it, if you know Wrexham at all, if you know the area, you can go from 2 directions really. I'm sure you can go from more, think you can come, well, 3, Coedpoeth, sorry about the pronunciation, lived there a long time, still not very good. So Coedpoeth, Rowstutling, you can come that way, so down from Rowstutling, or you can come from Townway, so you come out of where Aldi and Morrison's, where they are, you go up the road as if you're going to Mythin, and then before you get to the traffic lights you turn left, hang a left down towards Bersham, and just follow it down, get to the bottom, turn right, under the flyover, park up, walk a little bit, there you go. So there we are, if anybody knows Wrexham. If you don't, you can find it on a map. It's near Bersham. It's all colliery, ex-colliery area. Bersham had a famous colliery, as did Gresford. So I'm not too au fait with all of that, but obviously we're sadly well aware of Gresford and the disaster. So a little bit more water there, which looks nice. I mean, you could almost film Deliverance here, couldn't you? Or something of the like, which if you are a young person, don't watch that film, it's not suitable, okay? But for the older generation that have watched it, it really is kind of out in the sticks a little bit, but literally 10-15 minutes from town, you know. There we are. So I'm gonna take you over to a place that's very popular in the summer, with people having picnics and a bit of a bathe really, but it is quite dangerous in terms of, sorry, I'm just going to press the button again, in terms of rocks and so on, and there have been people being known to jump in and have accidents, so I wouldn't recommend jumping in. Climbing trees as well, I got told off another friend, his son climbed a tree which would have really put my heart in my mouth really, to be fair. Okay, so I mean that's pretty major, I think. Look at that, I mean wow, excellent, the power of nature, eh? I came down here a few weeks ago and it had been raining heavily, and the jet of the water and the, you know, I suppose you'd call it force really, more than anything. But yeah, look at that, isn't that beautiful? But these rocks here, down here, where people sort of dip in the summer and so on. But it's great, isn't it? Okay, so we're nearly at the end of this little walk. It's only a short video. We're about 17 minutes in. So I'm going to get back onto the path now and continue this. Now then, where we're going to go now, this is all because I said to my friend, said friend who I mentioned earlier, will remain nameless. He's quite shy, like me. Right, that's why I'll just turn this around a little bit again. Okay, right. Okay, so back on the path. So we're reaching, I think where we're at, number 4 is it? So point number 4 on the walk. And what I said to him was, my friend, that I'd never actually seen Offa's Dyke. Ever. And considering it runs from as far down like Chepstow area right up to Prestatyn, obviously a lot of it's not there anymore, but there's two, you see. There's Offa's Dyke itself, the dyke, and then there's Offa's Dyke Path, which obviously runs fairly alongside the original dyke where it can, so I believe, but I'm no expert, okay? But I did say I wanted to see Offa's Dyke, so that was the reason why we came on this walk, and because the mound that's coming up on my left, you can see, which I'm just going to point out, you can probably see it now, there's a mound there, see it? That, my friends, this here, is Offa's Dyke, apparently, okay? So, I mean, you know, you've got to look at the history of it all and things, and try not to be underwhelmed by it, but it's part of our history, so I'll try and get a better angle. There we are, Offa's Dyke. So, there's little streams running down and things, yet more water. But there we are. Anyway, listen, I thought I'd share this little vid. Apologies for the apologies for the busking and the waffle, but I thought I'd just share a really nice little walk that I enjoy. So if you're ever in Wrexham, and let's say whoever you're with wants to go and watch your team play Wrexham, or you might even be a Wrexham fan that's travelled over, and you want to do something slightly different, maybe before or after the match, or if you haven't gone to the game and you want to spend an hour or two, it's about, say, maybe 10 minutes away from the ground, so you could maybe come and find it. And you might have brought an animal with you, like a dog or whatever, or a rat. No, you might have brought your dog with you or something, and you might want to give the dog a leg stretch and so on. So it's a really good place for that, and I'm sure your dog would be very grateful. There's plenty of nice little smells for any dog really, because there are plenty of dogs come down here, so if it's anything like my Alfie, be sniffing away, tail will be up in the air, wagging away, having a great time. So thanks for joining me. I'll see how this audio plays out when I get home, and if it's rubbish, I did another then. If it's rubbish, I won't include it. I'll do something else for you, do a bit more of a talk over. Thanks very much.